Welcome everybody. In this video, I'm going to cover how I help Zero Wondering, aka Gonzalo Boring, make 52.4K in a month, launching his fitness coaching offer with a 5K account. Now, Gonzalo is a pretty huge creator in the gaming space, but we helped him launch his fitness coaching offer. It's kind of contradictory, right? I'm gonna talk about all that in the upcoming sections. How we seamlessly integrated and transitioned him from the gaming space to the fitness space, and I'm gonna show you like how we everything fell into place and the problems that came along the way, what we did, what our plans were, what our plans are gonna be, and like just show you all of it. Like, do not gatekeep any information, because of what I see in the space is people just say like I helped him make them this much money, but they're not actually talking about the actual resources, right? And that's kind of skeptical. And because I like to watch content from authentic people, I suppose that I have to be authentic in my own content as well, right? So anyways, and yeah, also I'm also going to cover like how much of the plan we actually implemented and what the miscommunications were. So meaning I'm not going to cherry pick the right information. Oh, like we look at us, we made all this money and stuff like that. No, I'm also going to talk about the problems, right? What we did wrong and what could have been done better, and what we could do better in the days to come, and all sorts of stuff like that. And for a guy who has a 52K case study, right, I look kind of incredible. My background's kind of messed up. My lighting system is kind of out of the place, and I don't even have a good mic setup. And probably my accent is not that great because I'm from a third world country. I'm not a native. I don't like to call myself third world country. That's kind of affecting me. I don't want to do that. But I'm just trying to say you that English is not my native language, so like bear with me. Show what the fuck. So these are the payment screenshots. 52K in a month, 53K. This is for total as of January, February. Did I just mention that? No, I don't think so. But I repeat if I have. 52K. This is for as of February 2025. February 20 something. 20. Today is 24, but when I got this, it was like February 20. And you can see, right, we had this sudden surge of high ticket growth, 3K, 5K sometimes, high ticket, but we went high ticket with this offer. Of course, you can make good money with low ticket. You need absurd amount of traffic. Despite we do have absurd amount of traffic, but it's still better to go high ticket. It's just way less of a hassle. A reason this month has been slow is because we onboarded all these clients. Now we have to fulfill them all, right? Obviously, duh. So this month's gonna be spent on fulfillment rather than onboarding more clients and ripping them off, literally. Like we're not trying to do a scam here, we're trying to do a legitimate business, and there are a lot of problems that come into place. So yeah, now I can just show you like pictures of Stripe, which I could just Google and like copy paste it. So I'm gonna go through some proof for the next 6, 7, 8 minutes, where Gonzalo himself is gonna talk about I'm gonna show like the videos that Gonzalo recorded for me, going over some questions of how I helped him. And it's like a mini case study, 6-minute video from himself, like 8 video series. And anyways, like we made first on January 9 on Reddit. Then we hopped on a call, we laid out a plan. These are our screenshots of us making 25K in, I don't know. Yeah, he onboarded less than 30 clients. He's saying it's less than 30 clients because he's also counting the people who he was signing on when he was doing low ticket, because his content was popping off before he reached out to me. And he was doing like low ticket stuff, selling for, I don't know, 750, 250 per month, 750 for 3 months worth of coaching, completely low ticket. I don't know why he was doing that, but yeah, I knew we had to change that. So if you want to go through these screenshots, you can pause them. I'm not going to go through them because the video is going to get too long. And yeah, so this is the website it's currently using. I'm gonna tell you the reason why we used this website. Yeah, you might say, by the way, uh, yeah, let me like move the screen. I've been doing this for the past 10 seconds something. Okay, and I hope now you can see the screen better, much better, right? Okay, so we're using this website. Now you might say like, oh, this is a bad offer. There's no VSL. Like, what are you trying to do? This is complete garbage. And you think like you can write better one. Trust me, I know that stuff. I'm gonna cover it in the next section, in the sections to come. Now, by the way, now this is like me getting access from for his domain bfncoach.com. January 20, you can say it is my name so that you know that I did not screenshot it from a random guy. This is us designing the web page in Figma. By the way, this is the page that he currently uses. I don't know, in the future he could be using another one, but this is what he is currently using. This was built by us, me and my partner. Let's say my partner did majority of the stuff, so I'd have to give him credit on that. Netlify, so this is my Netlify account. If you do not know, if you do not believe it, here's my name. Please do not judge the name of the email because I made it like 10 years ago. So bfncoach.com. I hope that's enough for you. Now next is gonna come a testimonial barrage of himself, talking about how and why you should work with me, or let's say like what we did and answering all these questions. He was like literally he was like offline for a day or two. I don't know, like he always like has this random cutoffs, and I was like kind of afraid, like, hey, this guy made a lot of money and he's not even giving me a good case study and something like that, right? And I was afraid. By the way, he is not that kind of guy. Gonzalo, you're watching this. I know, like you would do it. I'm not saying that I was skeptical of you or something. But anyway, these are the questions he's gonna be answering in the video. So if you'd like to skip it, you can go like 6 minutes or something like that ahead in the video, so you can where I actually talk about the sauce.
Okay, cool. Before we started working together, what was your average monthly income and how has that changed since we began up to today, February 16th, or in the scenario 22? Okay. Before I started working with my man, I was making about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, and in 1 month, I made, $50,000? You do the math. 10x. 10x, baby. 10x, baby. How did I help with all of this? AX, crafting the high ticket offer, building the sales page, and laying out the marketing strategies. So for me, the main issue, the main areas that I received help with was understanding that I could actually price my item and my product much higher than I thought initially. AKA, it was actually better to charge more and do the correct marketing to get the correct customer. So I would say marketing and pricing, definitely massive helps. And also with the infrastructure, there's a lot of tools that I'm just not very familiar with, but he was able to optimize and market things properly. So then all I really had to do was focus on what I am good at, which is my job. And he fixed the rest of it. And then made me look very good, made my product look very good, and I ended up making a lot of sales. So it streamlined the process and made things easier. Sometimes we think we are good at everything, but the reality is that sometimes we're just not. So what we're currently focusing on in the long term, I would say, is honestly understanding how to funnel correctly. So essentially, how can we optimize? For example, we get 1,000 views on a video or 10,000 views on a video. How can we optimize so then every single one of those views is some type of monetary gain for my brand, right? Or for myself, right? So for example, how can we make every single view be valuable? Can we get people to follow? Can we get people to, for example, check out the website? Can we get people to, for example, fill out something in exchange for getting something free, and then we get their contact information? So then we have, for example, a customer list that then we can email and build an email list out of, right? How can we gather information and gather something out of every single eyeball that we get on the page? That is something that we are currently working on, that we're currently optimizing, and where I think it's the money. Because think of it this way, I don't even have more than 10,000 followers on my page, yet I made so much money because we're optimizing. The best part of working with me, to be honest, it's the passion. He actually wanted to make it work. He was almost as hungry as I was to make things work, which is rare because a lot of people in this type of industry will just take your money, and then if it works or not, well, tough luck, bro, right? Well, no, my man was actually hungry to make it work. He wanted to show me how it worked. He was ready to explain. He's always willing to jump on a call. He's always around to answer questions. He is the person you want in your corner because he actually cares and he's actually there to answer questions. For me, one way that I test people is that if they're not able to explain how they know something and they're able to really go into detail about it, then they don't really know. If they're not willing to answer questions constantly, then they're not really knowledgeable. My man is always around to answer questions. He knows his stuff. If you're on the fence of working with my man, I will put it to you this way. I had the ability to work with other people because I had the funding, right, to be able to hire other people to be able to fill sort of a similar role. But I went with him for 3 reasons. Number 1, he actually was willing to answer questions and answer them in detail. AKA, he actually showed real knowledge of what he was talking about. I didn't have to talk to someone's assistant. I didn't have to talk to someone's receptionist or email. My man was ready to jump on a call and tell me what's up immediately. That is massive because if he's willing to do that before you even pay him a dime, he cares about you. He cares about you as a customer. He cares about you in terms of a partnership or relationship, okay? Number 2, he was up around at all times of the day to fix things up. If I had a problem at midnight, he would respond at midnight 25 and then come up with something, okay? He stayed up throughout the night to do some things because he understood that for me, time was money, okay? He cared about it. He cared about it after the project was done and we finished certain key elements about it. He was still around for questions. He was still around to make things better. He was keeping an eye and he was optimizing still. He was coming up with ideas. He's not the type of person who just does something and then leaves. He actually has ideas before, during, and after. So he's giving you constant feedback. And he knows his stuff, so you can actually learn a lot from him. And lastly, man, my man is pretty young. He's hungry, he wants to prove himself, and he has a lot of pride in his work, okay? He's not some old dog who's been successful for 10 years, right? He's somebody that wants to prove himself, which to me is a big deal because I put a bet on him and I was right. I'm very happy. Would I go back in time and pick somebody else? No, I will still go with him. That says a lot, doesn't it? And finally, at the end of the day, I made money. I have less than 10,000 followers on Instagram. I made $50,000 working with my man, 10x my income. The entire process was extremely easy for me. I learned a whole bunch of stuff, and I still can use his help. So I don't think you should overthink it. I think you should give him a chance.
Okay, before shut up, go ahead. Okay, before we dive any deeper, I'm gonna go, show you the data. Like you can see, right? These are chats. Like I just screenshotted it from chat, so you do not know. So you feel like, so you know that I did not pick it off from random. Like you can see my Instagram. These are my profiles of the DMs. I'll manify like something like that. Okay, so we had 54 submissions of the type form, and I don't know total clients because I should do the know that in the case study like this, but I don't know because we have like onboarded more than 10, which was our original plan. So there's the discrepancy as well. As I'm saying, right, it's not perfect. Like you think all these launches that you see on the internet, it's so like it's so perfect. No, like people who like actually do their launches perfectly, people who have been in the space for very a long time, or they're just straight up not just cherry picking the right information, just cherry picking the number, and they're not even talking about the fulfillment part. They're not even talking about the the manager, the operations part. This is which I don't like to do because I've been watching a lot of authentic people. I just like to keep it authentic. I've mentioned it already. So this is our Google Analytics chart. If you think like what the hell is this, so we have total of 4K active users, total of 4.7K views, page view 4.7. We had like people clicking on the 444 or 572, somewhere along the lines of that. People clicked on it. Somewhere like 618 started. For that specific reason, we need to you need to track your data for this specific stuff. So people are clicking on it. This is a good, interest rate. You can see, right? 572 clicks from 4.4K sessions. That's, meaning sessions, meaning people who stay in the page for more than 10 seconds. 572, now, which is a good now interest rate. Let's say it's not a conversion rate at all. 5 somewhere along the lines of 15, 16, 17%, which is kind of good, I guess. We should do the math, but somewhere along you're gonna find. And among all those people who started, only 50 were submitted. Now you see there's a problem here, right? There's a drop off. A lot of people did not end, and we need to go through where people actually dropped off, so that and we asked for emails in the first few sections. So we should have the emails in type form, which we should be using to reach out to them and ask them like why did they not fill out the complete form and what are their problems, and you should like move on and something like that, like reaching out, abandoned cart sequence, something like that, so that we can increase more submissions, so then eventually and close them as clients as well. So this is the part that we should be focusing on. This did not go as planned, and this could be optimized. There are a lot of stuff that could be optimized, by the way, right? I'm not saying that all of it went perfect. Yeah, if I knew much better and if I was able to operate much better, we would have maybe made another 100K, but that was not our original decision. Yeah, we're gonna make 100K in the months to come, and maybe if we like work together and keep on working together, but we did not, for whatever reasons. Anyways, the socials. Now we like when we started working together, it was a 5K something. Now he had his a recent reel pop-up, so which was actually increasing it, and his pre-existing audience, that people that already know Gonzalo, started following him up, right? Of course, like you're already this huge creator, and that is gonna happen. So if we like actually like see the overlap between his existing audience and the people who have actually followed him on this account, you're gonna see that a lot of people who knew him followed him, but there are much more, like a lot of people who followed him. There's let's say a percentage of people who follow him just because of his content, the fitness content, right? Some of the people do not know, and the audience could be someone else. And I'm not saying that he is we made him like all this money with a 5K account. No, like he has been on this space for the last 18 20 years making like like gaming content, but fitness is a completely different space, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say you that, oh, we just help this creator make 50K with blah blah blah, like 5K followers, well, I'm so fucking great. No, yeah, of course, like his existence, his content that he's built up this audience size for a long, like substantial period of time. He has warmed them up, and maybe like there are a lot of religious followers who followed him to even this account, and maybe they actually bought it. So yeah, see, like we're tapping into the warm, like hot traffic. It's not even warm, it's hot. We're just focusing on that, and that's the very reason we I mentioned like about using this is for hot traffic. And this is also because he wanted to just he was like time saver. He wanted to save time. He wanted like me to write, like build out some slides, and I'm very bad at building slides. I suggested like why not just do a web page and just direct the traffic, and it'll do the selling for you while you can focus on the clients you onboard, because he he onboarded more clients than what we decided to, and that led him to get busy with the operations. And he was also focusing on making more quality content, so there was a problem. So we just thought like, fuck it, let's just send all the traffic to this. We don't care if the people do not we do not optimize we do not miss out on sales because of us not effectively reaching out. But we are able to do that because we can afford to do that, because the traffic we're targeting is this part. We're gonna come back, go down on that in a second. So that was the whole idea behind it, right? That was the whole idea behind the whole socials. And if you go and check his other accounts, like Instagram, he has like 90K, close to 100K followers. Check out his Twitter, he has like 200K followers on there. Check out his TikTok, there are like 150K followers on there as well. So yeah, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to cherry pick that. I'm not trying to position this account as a victim, which is why we made all of this money. Yeah, I hooked you in. Yeah, it was kind of clickbaity, but I did not lie, right? So there's that as well. And by the way, we haven't completely leveraged all of these accounts, we have done some stuff here and there. We have added some subtle elements because, as I said, he has been a gaming creator, like, right, for the past 20 years or so. And you can eventually just, yeah, I'm a fitness creator now, right? We'd have to, transition seamlessly, like smoothly. We need a smooth transition. Mm, yeah, that's about it. I think for this section, I believe like there's a point that I wanted to make. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so we're in a different setup now, and I'd like to go about the initial plans. What we initially decided to do on the whole call. We booked a call in the Reddit, right? And this is this is the actual, like, actually the this is a literal plan that I built out until this point, I believe. By the way, this was in another Miro board, and I just imported it from there. Like, I did not touch. Like, I made a few tweaks here and there, but I did not touch majority of this stuff. I just wanted to show you like what was the initial plan that we wanted to proceed with this, so so you know that I knew what I was talking about, and so that you also agree with me that it was a good plan. And of course, I will not implement all, like, 90, like, I'm sorry, 100% of it. Probably 60-70%, or even maybe even less. So there's that. We're gonna talk about that stuff. And by the way, I'm not gonna do a separate section for the initial plan and the actual plan we executed. I'm just gonna talk about it while I talk about the initial plan and what we actually did. Now let's just go over it. Yeah, it's just gonna be text and stuff. So if you can read it, I don't know. I probably think you're a business owner or a copywriter or a marketer or somebody that has in this business space. So I believe you have better attention span than other people. You already have huge following across all social medias. People regard you as a chat gamer. If you follow, like, what I wanted to do was niche integration rather than transition. This is in a second person. I'm because I wrote it for him. There was a separate Miro board that I built for him. So you have this in second person, right? This could negatively if you completely transition to a fitness influencer, you might push away your day one viewers because they were there to watch game videos, like I talked about, right? This could negatively affect your traffic size. If you start another account from scratch, it's probably going to be harder for you to grow it, as you would be in a completely different niche. It much better. So instead of transitioning completely into a fitness influencer, you would integrate gaming and fitness into one and create your own niche. Like, at the time, I was quite unsure of the second account popping off, and like we should rather use the original Instagram account as the fitness one. I was kind of wrong because his content is popping up, so this goes off the list. First of all, fitness influencers, so instead of for gamers, is a blue ocean niche, except for a few competitors like Nerd Fitness, who have complementary, so who provide in the complementary space of our like anime and like fitness for anime and nerds in general. Let's say, well, I don't like the whole nerd analogy, but let's just use it for an example for this for now. But given that you have a bigger audience size, you could potentially take over the marketplace with solid fitness offers. Now, nerd fitness is a huge one, and me talking about taking over the marketplace is a huge, is huge, right? It's, yeah, we cannot do some child talks here. So I had some concrete plans. That's why I mentioned about this stuff. I wouldn't for random reasons. Because current audience are made up of gamers and they are likely leveling up in a virtual world. They definitely have good potential to level up in the real world, that is get checked. So it also could also make our service delivery better. Sorry. The internet is taking a self-improvement shift, right? Everybody's like, guys now want to be the best versions of themselves, and a good physique would be the right place to start. And if they get a chance to do that with like-minded guys, the process would be much more fun. They would probably stick to the community long term as it becomes a brotherhood. And this also means that you have more lifetime value per customer, and your churn would be low. That is the number of guys who are not going to buy anything from you ever again. Win-win for all of us, wouldn't you say, right? Now, on lifetime value, I was talking about this in a sense that we retain them for months on end, or let's say a community type thing where they have to renew their membership. And about lifetime value per customer, meaning if people take the high ticket coaching and get results with it, Now, but they do not want to, pay the same like huge amounts every time, but they want to stay with the community. They could pay a fraction of the part, like fraction of the amount, and still stay in the community, right, as a bonus or something like that. So this is what I'm talking about when I mean like, life increasing the lifetime value per customer. Now, what I suggest we do, like what is suggested we do, only we run high ticket coaching at 3K for 3 months. I repeat, like he was selling for $250 per month, like or 750. Now I just knew we had to do 3K. Now which now 5K, we like 5K looked like the sweet spot or somewhere between that. For six, I don't know, like we didn't promise a specific month, but we just, because now they're spending a lot of money, they are, entitled, let's say, to getting results, right? Otherwise it would just be a scam, which is what we shouldn't do, right? Only 10 spots is what I wanted to do. Like highly exclusive custom meal plans and diet plans, custom training plan, workout plan, one per blah 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 blah. Okay, I hope you read it yourself. I'm not gonna go deep dive in every one of them. I'll be hopping in the calls with you except the game. I didn't hop on calls with you for researching them. I didn't hop on calls, by the way. You see, like this problem, right? I'm being obvious. I don't want to. Yes, like it could result in me, not getting more clients from this video, but I don't care. I just want to be authentic about it. I want to show it out there, right? I don't want to hide this information. I don't want to gatekeep. Now, how we do it, cohort funnel. I learned it from Pierre Corey, by the way. Now, what we do is, what I originally decided to do is YT members and affiliate bias, meaning we target these people, right? These people, and generally go up the ladder. Now, if we're going up the ladder, the original website, that does not do shit. If we're using that sort of headline and that sort of website for cold traffic, we're cooked. We're losing all of our money. But given that we're still targeting the warm audience, and they do not like, we're also like trying to use it as a slide, meaning like whenever they hop on call, they're either prospect and Gonzalo hop on call, he just goes to the website and just talks about it, so it acts as a slide as well. Slide. So what I originally wanted to do was, send all of the promos to YT members and affiliate buyers, because these people have already bought from him, or in a sense, affiliate buyers not that much, but YT members, like members, right? But because he did not have, like, he was not doing this anymore, and he did not have the list for people who actually purchased it, or even maybe we're not able to find it. He mentioned that, so this, we had to cross it off. What we did instead, which was happening, is he was sending, like, posting more reels and DMs and stories, and he was just asking them to DM a word, where like people DM the actual word, and he set appointments with them, hopped on a call and asked them to fill out a form, and then hopped on a call with them. Now, this is the side note. If the traffic does not happen to be, you could upload a video or two. We did this. We uploaded a video and we went as planned, a genuine pitch at the end. We did not like pitch hard, but we did a subtle pitch, and we did a video, a recent video, which I'm going to talk about in a second as well. But our major traffic source was not them. Our major traffic source is still the Instagram page. Yeah, Instagram, where we just directing more people. His videos are getting more viral, and he's good at making content, because he's been doing this for a long time. Of course, like, it's a different space, but principles apply regardless of the niche. You can see, right? Landing page where we explain the offer in a video format, where they fill out a form. Okay, the form and book a call aspect were there. Now, landing page where explain the offer in video format. Now, this is simply a VSL. Now, it was not necessary. It's not necessary to launch a cohort funnel with a VSL, but because in this case Gonzalo was transitioning to fitness space, we would have to make it official, right? I decided that he should make it official, which we did not end up doing. You can see, like, there's no VSL in the website. It should be happening at this point, which we're probably gonna have to do in the future, but given that we still keep on working. Now, next thing, why? Okay, so how we do it, what we do, right? Niche, like initial plan, niche integration, right? What I suggest we do, how we do it, why we do it. Preserves brand reputation as only a few selected people will get your services, because what if the service is bad? What if Gonzalo does not know? He probably does, by the way, at this point. And we won't, like, I made this on our first few meetings, so expect this to be kind of somewhat wrong, um, if you know what I mean. It's not to the point what I've just said, because I did not know a lot of stuff, and which later on revealed, which is like what will happens, right? I can just look at your funnel today and make what like come up with the best angle tomorrow. Things are slowly gonna fall into place. That's why, like, the actual plans you make early on aren't like actually what you stick to later on, because there's something else in between, like along the way, that pops up out of nowhere and just takes your focus, and all of a sudden you're not sticking to the original plan. There are nuances while making a plan, but this is not a video on making plan. Let's continue with the case study. 3K filters out the headache clients and service delivery gets easier. Now, it's not like you fighting, like there are a lot of guys who just reach out to you to get their 29 bucks refund after going through all the resources. 3K filters out the people, and which we originally decided to go 3K, but I knew we could go even higher, because yeah, this thing is, I'm going to come that in. Helps us get a few case studies. Of course, like, he has never launched a fitness coaching offer officially, and yeah, he has helped his neighbor like lose 100 pounds or something, and we had that, but we need more, right? We can't just like, hell yeah, help this neighbor. We need more. Like, we need to see that it works for others as well. We need to build a system. Helps us closely understand the niche, right? We're on the call, we're on the trenches with them. Yeah, what do you need? Like, hey, what do you need? I need this. Like, okay, here it is. Did you apply it? Like, what problems did you face? Was it a lot of friction? Was it not applicable? Or something along the lines of that, right? So that we actually understand them, so that whenever we're scaling big, we know, like, we know that it's gonna work. Now, this is where we're going from 0 to 1 phase, right? Where you're building out the stuff, you're working with niche people, right? Where you're working with a small group of people. And this way is easy to iterate, right? If you have like do a huge launch, spend 2-3 months building out a course, you wouldn't know if what you're building is actually valuable for them. You just think like off the top, you're just doing guesswork at this point, which I don't think is good in business, right? Guessworks are never work. Yeah, they do, but sometimes. And so you need to have the systems in place. So, and then this would give you a lot of ideas as well. Okay, so what about we use this angle? You understand the market terminologies, what terms they actually use, what is the underlying pain, rather than the what they say on the surface. Yeah, I need to lose fat. Now, why do they need to lose fat? What are the underlying desires? Oh, because they want to be more respected. They want to maybe they want to look good. They want to get girls, something like that, right? Helps build systems like client journey, A to B, product market fit, right? Product market fit should be the what people actually need, and that can be later leveraged into building a sick backend that massively reduces the churn, given that we have a good system, which we're gonna get if we hammer low ticket stuff, which we're gonna get if we hammer like low ticket stuff right off the bat. Squeeze the LTV per client and rush the process. Now, let's say if we do in mass, right? We'll do a 29 bucks per month community. And if the community that we build, like our month or two worth of the building courses out of the blue, just doing guesswork, what would happen is these people might not like it, and they might say like, oh, this guy is a scam. Now that would affect our brand reputation, right? It would also like squeeze the LTV now, meaning like you were only able to make 29 or 52 bucks off this client, and this would also rush the process, right? Service delivery can be iterated at top speed. As I mentioned, it's just 10 guys. Like, you'll probably find latent problem. Is that latent problems? I don't think so. Anyways, you're gonna find problems. That's all of the 10 people are gonna have some similarities. right? So because if you do not find that, it's not scalable that way, meaning like you cannot launch a good high ticket program later on if you, or a low ticket if you would like to do that, which I think we're gonna do that because this is a gaming audience, right? If meaning if they might not have enough money to spend on high ticket, but they definitely do have good money to spend on $29 per month community. They can, because they're spending so much on like random V-Bucks or some whatever coins that the game uses. And if position it as somewhat of a gaming type of thing that I tried to do, yeah, I did not mention about that stuff, right? I wanted to do like a gaming sessions with Gonzalo, so that, and make it like look premium, and make it like actually position it better. Like everybody is just fitness coach, like I'm a fitness coach, like but I'm a high ticket or something like that, right? What if we do gaming sessions? Yes, some of the self-improvement coaches are gonna get pissed off. Oh, like games, that's bad. But it's their own world, like a cute little world. Let them do whatever they want. And what if we position, the school community somewhat similar? Like, oh, you can like meet up with gamers, and you're gonna feel like you could meet up with each other, you could progress in real life, and you could have more fun doing a lot of stuff rather than gaming alone. Maybe like, yeah, you could do some gaming sessions, but you're also progressing in real life. That was the angle I wanted to kind of go on, and maybe build that up later on when we do like a huge high ticket launch, because given that Gonzalo's audience is mostly of gamers, that way we'd probably have a huge MRR, a huge community that gives us good monthly MRRs, right? Monthly MRRs, monthly recurring revenue, right? Kind of passive, semi-passive, not like passive. That shit is, I don't like the passive thing. Okay, so you have a solid 10K stuff. You have sold so solid. You have sold a 10K stuff before, so we have the proof of concept. Now he mentioned about him flying out to a guy and playing like gaming with him. So I knew there was proof of concept, meaning I knew like, so this said it all. If somebody's willing to spend money to spend time with this and get exclusive access to him, we could definitely do high ticket, right? So this was one of the major components of us, as on why, like major proof of concepts as to why we opted for high ticket. Builds the foundation for you to be the go-to authority in the space, eventually taken down. Oh, I don't know why this that. Eventually, given that you play the long game. Next tips are what I'm gonna do. I'll script out a video sales letter. Yeah, we did this. I scripted out the video sales letter. I don't have access to it when my friends and he's went away to a wedding. So maybe I'm gonna attach to it later on. Maybe I might not. Who knows? Anyways, I scripted out the sales letter and write the sales letter and design the web page. Now, yeah, we did not write a sales letter, but a web page worked, right? Where we're gonna host a video. I try to position it as a sales letter. So there was no need to do this. There's no actual need when you're doing like a cohort funnel or something like that to have a VSL and do all sorts of this launch and overwhelm yourself. But because in this case he was transitioning to a different niche, I thought like this was worth doing. You see, like I did not have experience with this as well. Like, wow, what the hell? Like different niche. I don't know if this might work. This might not, right? I integrate Typeform and Calendly. I believe we have done this. Maybe like if you book a call to them, maybe you're gonna get a link to the calendar. I haven't checked that in a while. He mentioned about doing it, but I don't think. But I'll forget that shit. I'm also going to integrate the people who also can, we did this, right? Google Analytics stuff. I showed you the whole data and I don't know where, like, yeah, here. All of it, 4K, yeah, organic, all of it is organic. All of it, most of the people are from Germany and Canada. And this is web, not app. Okay. Yeah, 4.6K views, for the last 90 days. We started working this for the last 90 days, but we actually started working on January the 11th. So this is for more or less 40 to 45 days or so. And where were we? Yeah, in this phase, right? Okay. We'll get the process running within a week, because the more we wait, the slower we'll get results to those 10 folks, and the slower we get results to those 10 folks, the slower we know what products and systems set in place, and the slower we know what products and systems set in place, the slower we're gonna make bank, right? I don't think I'd have to explain this point. You made sense. If we didn't have enough traffic, we might have had to do a mini launch to get the cohort running, but because that's not the case, targeting people who've already bought from you would be the way. Now for people like with low followers, they have to do some form of launch, right? They have to do either a story launch, or they have to build up something with extremely. But sometimes you could just it depends on the traffic size. You know what I mean. Like, I don't think you know what I mean. When you have like low traffic size, but if it's higher quality, you don't have to do the whole launch. You don't have to launch anything. Just put up like a story, like just get people to sign up themselves, because these people are who religious followers. They're gonna buy regardless, given that, as I said, if your traffic quality is nice. If all of you are attracting are broke people, then you're not gonna make money. That's why like all these Hamza, let's talk about Hamza. Yeah, Hamza could have gone high ticket, but what were his like majority of the traffic he had was teenagers, right? Like, how they didn't have money. You have this Adonis Gang, his free community, right? Free school community with 175k members, and you have his Adonis 2k members. Like, that should probably be way more, given that the value Hamza had brought to the marketplace. Now he had his whole downfall and some stuff like that. But what could have happened, like, we could have went high ticket. He could have probably turned it into a 500k per month, or 800k per month, or even $100 million per month business. But he just massively focused on Adonis school itself, which is okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is, right? So that's next step. Okay, so what the current funnel looks like. Okay, so that should be a headline somewhere else, around there. Let me pump this up. Okay, this is like what the current funnel is. What he was using before was DM Xword, where before we started working together, he was just getting people to DM Xword, and he was he had like a random like type form. I thought, like, I hope like there were some questions. By the way, these are funnels this is a different funnel for paid ads. When we shift to paid advertising, this is for the long-term sustainable funnel. Scaling that's gonna get scaled, which we're not currently focusing on, because, as I said, we're still in the product development phase, and a lot of stuff are gonna come out, and this is like a long ass plan. But it's not like a plan. It's just a blueprint what we could like potentially use. So let's talk about the funnel itself. So before, it was DM Xword, like DM comment coaching. People were commenting coaching, but he mentioned that not all of them were qualified. So Typeform, the questions were kind of like it was not good. I think we changed that as well, but I don't think we focused that well. I don't know, I don't know the current Typeform. We changed it for a second there. I believe I had suggested some changes, and book a call. We had to start the whole story from scratch and stuff like that. So that's why we built the web page. By the way, he just asked for it, so why should I not do it right now? This is a video that a reel that he just posted 19 hours ago. We're still doing it, coaching, right? And when you comment it, you should probably get a mini chat, a message from ManyChat. That's seriously messed up. like I'm asking him to like give me the like delegate access to his ManyChat for me, and he's like not doing that. I'm like he's been delegating the access. He's been delegating the access. No, if you know what I mean. And like we still have this. Like if you go ahead and comment this, maybe like 1 to 3 or a month or two after this video has been out there, you'd be like able to. But I don't know, like until he changes this. Uh, you're gonna send their email and you're gonna get directed to the website, meaning like when you're not gonna get actual DM setters, right? And people, he might not reach out to you. He's just gonna ask you to go through their web page, because he has mentioned like his story. He has mentioned what he has to offer right now. Of course, the offers have to change. And next thing, we're gonna talk about the the page itself. So we're going to talk about that when we talk about that. Yeah, so if you like comment coaching, you should get this, please. In okay, something like that. Maybe it's the DM is not connected to that stuff, but if you DM, maybe like, okay, if you like comment coach, like yeah, if so, let me be more articulate with what I'm trying to say. So if you comment coaching, I don't think you're gonna get a if you're gonna get a DM from ManyChat, because you see, like I don't know, you see like there's miscommunication between us, right? This is how businesses operate. There's always some problem, and I'm not trying to hide it. I'm just showing it off. I don't care. Okay, yeah, that might affect me. That might end up getting me less clients, but maybe those were not the people that I even wanted to work with in the first place, because I don't like to hide stuff, right? I just like to set it straight from the get-go. Yeah, so if you comment this, no, but you can website but yeah, he's not directing people to DM a certain word right now, I guess. I haven't checked it. Yeah, you see, like I should be doing that stuff. It's very responsible of me to say that. But okay, that's it. That's how it is. Please enter a correct email address. You're gonna, even though you like enter your correct email address, and um, you're still gonna get directed to the website. It's not gonna add it to the CRM, customer relationship management. Maybe it does. You see, like I don't have access to his ManyChat, so I don't know that stuff. A bad operator is what I am, but I don't care. Like I'm still learning, and I'm not the absolute best at this. And if you like actually like stop doing this, or you actually like you get this thank you, and if you like thank you message where you're gonna get directed to the website, and if you again DM him, another one of these pops up, like 3 4 of this, like a spam pops up. This like very unmanaged, and he's kind of he does not know the technical side of things on that end. So, and he's not even giving it to me, so I don't know, like there's that. So subtle whitey mentioned, like we mentioned about doing a YouTube video where we're gonna mention him transitioning to fitness coaching, and he had like this vlog thing going on, which was gonna be our major, like, which is gonna drive the traffic source for us, which is gonna bump up the sales, which definitely did. We got a lot of people off there. We got a sudden surge in the views. It got like 1 to 2K views, I guess, in a day or 2 or 3, or I don't know, something on the lines. If we could have done it better, the pitch could have been better. Like go check it out or something. Like if we had positioned it as like a founder's access, like I tried to do in the original initial plan I mentioned above. Maybe like we could have gotten more signups. So that's a part that could have been improved. Smart blah blah. Okay, so it was the first link in the description. Next was we also added it in the pinned comment, and he did the natural transition thing. I didn't have to script that part out. I just told him that he can do it on his own, and he knows how to do it better than me. He has been a content creator for 20 years for a reason, right? Yeah, he did the job. He just seamlessly integrated it, and yeah, it just went. Yeah, he did a good job on this one, I'd say. But we could have made the pitch, let's say the pitch section, at least a little better. Now let's go over the landing page itself and mention like why it is what it is. It's time for your comeback. Yeah, we don't need good landing. It's time for your comeback. I made one. It's time for yours. This see that's kind of bad. No gimmicks, no false promises, just a proven plan. Let's make it happen together. Customize, all sorts of and average. Like this is what you see on normal fitness gurus website. Custom, like, yeah, every, like, I've been through funnels of 1500, 1600 plus coaches. I know, like, ask me. CDA, not only click the button if you read the entire page, because we have wanted to go through his story and relate to him. Now this is where we talk about his story. So the offer is just outright, just everybody knows, the warm traffic knows, is aware that he has something to offer. They are getting to this page knowing that there's like one-on-one coaching, so we cannot play pretend that, like, we cannot play pretend, we cannot add a whole new like story lead to this, like the secret to the man of the Massachusetts or something like that, right? We can go through the whole curiosity driven approach, because who are getting to this page? People who are in the Instagram funnel, only a sub, like, see, like, that's a small funnel, right? That's a not that huge of a funnel. So we cannot like pretend that it's something, whoa, wow, like what could this page be, right? We're just giving them straight. It's an offer lead. Just buy it. Hot traffic. I repeat, this is an offer lead for a reason. So yeah, buy. Here's the story. Here's my story, how sad I was and how I improved, right? Hero's journey, average hero's journey. So let me guide you. My journey took 8 years. By the way, he wrote, like, of course, like, he wrote the story. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to prove the point? What point am I trying to prove? I need to make my English better. Okay, I understand. Actually understand being hundreds of pounds of deep into despair. They don't, and therefore I have unique insight. And let today be their last day. You feel this way. Save times and scam approaches online. Okay, you see, we're building an us versus them mentality here as well. So this, you can read the story, by the way. You can just go to the page itself. Now this is the plan that he wanted to opt for: a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan, and a 24-month plan. This is what he personally wanted to do, and this is the section he told me to write this one because I did not know what his offerings were, right? Which should have aligned to what I proposed early on in the video, the initial plan. But it is what it is, right? I'd say miscommunications a lot of them. There were icons we were not able to use because we'd have to pay for them. The design is pretty good. I like this, but bullets could have worked. He just wanted to just do it. So as I said, this is going to warm traffic. We don't have to do the whole offer thing. We just have to not fuck up. It's just something needs to happen. The custom, builder mills that don't suck, tailor to your taste and built for your body, mindset transformation, progress tracking tools, flexibility and adaptability, 24/7 access to me. But before you fill out the form, who is this for? Who is this not for? Qualification, features, features and benefits, qualifications, and CDA. What's gonna happen next is one of the best things that you should do in your copy, because you just tell them what's gonna happen when they actually click the button. I'm looking for individuals who are serious about making a long-term commitment to their health and happiness. It's just gonna happen. Be me in the call. We're gonna have a fun time and see if you fit in or not. Yeah. Because people might think, oh, who's gonna be in the call? Like, what is there gonna be a sales guy? Right, also all that stuff. Now this is social proof. This is him before, this is after. This is his video testimonial, by the way. From metabolic issues, blah, blah, blah. I helped him along the way to reshape his. This section could have been better, but I repeat, we're targeting hot traffic. They do not care, right? They do not care about your design. They do not care about whether or not you added the dimensionalization element, or you added a concrete story lead or something like that, or some psychological principles. No, you need to know who you are targeting. In my case, the hungry market is much more important than the hot dog you have. If you have a hungry market, the only job of your copy then would be to, tell them that there's a hot dog available. That's the best copy you could write in that situation. We have hot dogs. All that is, right? To a hungry market. But if you're not trying to build up desire, you can actually build up desire, by the way. You can only, channel it. But if you wanted to, enhance the desire, you'd have to, you say it's been built by this, it's had the Italian sauce or something like that. But all in all, you just need a hungry traffic. And given that Gonzalo had recently tried to launch his offer, this was the case. Now, what does the program include? Now, we're just trying to handle objections. No, we just wanted to look at it as a website, and also wanted to look like this was a slide, and he also wanted to use this as a slide, and he still does use it as a slide. And we were not able to, handle objections because it's not like a normal sales letter or normal VSL funnel type thing, where we actually, handle all the objections that they have. So I handle all of the objections in the FAQs, because what is FAQ? Frequently asked questions. Now, what do people frequently ask? Something related to the offering, right? And maybe they have to repeat the question, and we have to validate what they have already heard, or what they kind of, have vague opinions about. So what does the program include? Are you just gonna make a plan, blah, blah, blah? Why did you transition? This was a major objection. Real progress is virtual progress, because we want, because people who get to this page, they might think, oh, why is Gonzalo all of a sudden posting fitness content? Is he now a fitness coach, entrepreneur, fitness entrepreneur, or something like that? So I knew we had to do this. Maybe this lead to conversion, maybe this is not. We do not actually know. And if I dig deep through the Google Analytics, we might, but for now, this is what it is. Who is this for specifically? How much does it cost? What if I have tried and failed before? Will I have to follow a strict diet? Is there going to be a sales guy on the call? How soon will I see results? I'm more obvious than you were. Will this work for me? What if I don't book a call today? Now, there are a lot of stuff. If you are a copywriter and good copy, that this is not the best, right? I know that too. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest copywriter on the face of the earth, but I know what I'm doing. Okay, I know we could have done the whole how I would get you lose you 80 pounds in 90 days or something. I know how to write offer leads. I know how the value proposition works, Hormozy frameworks, new, easy, safe, and big, only anybody, predictable, fast, urgency, scarcity, copywriting, psychological principles in general, right? I know that stuff. There's a reason I did that. Well, I'm not targeting cold traffic. This is hot, warm traffic. But I like to mention that over time, but this is gonna end up sometime, and I think it's probably coming to an end. But I still think we have more potential, because look at his audience, it's huge. There's a lot of people. So high ticket's gonna work for him for a long time, in my opinion. And over time, when people are actually fully aware of him, this pool for him is huge. But over time, if people, this pool for him is huge now, but over time it's gonna dry up, and he slowly have to transition to paid ads, which we have already in place. What we're gonna try to do, not completely do, and we're gonna have to push more organic content, and maybe have multiple acquisition channels, something like that, right? But over time, when we move up the ladder in this space, and gradually start doing paid ads and going for cold traffic, this is not gonna do anything. We're gonna have a 0% conversion rate, I'd say, unless we're retargeting or something like that. Make sense? Okay, all in all, so this is what we did. There were a lot of problems in between, right? We did not do a lot of stuff, but we still went high ticket. We still, used the landing page, and which did rest of the selling. In my opinion, 20-30K was closed from the sales page itself. So when I say you that this sales page converted at probably 90%, which, originally, the first 7K to 10K sales, it was 100% conversion, but later down the line, right? And if they actually track the conversion, it's not 100%, but people who actually filled out the form from there were converted 100%, if that makes sense. Now, I could say that, oh, this sales page converted 30K, uh, and I would still not be lying, but right, that's that whole element. That's about it. That's the whole analogy of how we made him 150K. There's no complex funnel as you think, as you thought it was, right? Because you see, this is a new offer, new fitness offer. It's not like trying to scale a pre-existing business or person who has been in the game 22 3 years. By the way, I'm working with a guy who's been like 2 3 years in the game and is kind of struggling with it. So it's a different game, right? Getting somebody from consistent. I'm not talking about inconsistent. I'm talking about consistent 20 30K months to 60 70K months is a hard thing to do. It takes time. It's not going to happen all of a sudden. It's not going to happen in a month. It's not like a build and release system, like launching a new offer with the growth operator or something like that. It's completely different. There's a new game, but here in this case, you're taking somebody from 0 to 1. Maybe you're helping them launch a new offer, maybe helping them figure out what the market needs, what the product market fit is, right? And obviously, if your creator has been in the space and consistently making content over time and building up the traffic pool, warm to hot traffic pool, you're gonna make a lot of money. You're just gonna get them. Oh, I'm sorry. You're just gonna get them to hey, I'm doing like one-on-one stuff, like join, right? Mm, and a lot of them will join. A lot of them might, and you have to do the positioning. If you have an unsellable traffic, you're just not gonna make money. I'm sorry. There are those kind of audiences, but if it's somewhat sellable, then you can do that. And it depends, right? Of course, I cannot give advice for everybody, but what I'm trying to say is, there's difference between launching an offer from scratch from the audience that you've been building up for months or years on end, and there's a difference between scaling your consistent. Let's say like you launch an offer, it's gonna get to a point where you dilute the current traffic, right? It's gonna like it's gonna have like happen like this way. It's gonna follow this curve, but over time you need to like maintain it, like maybe like steady flow like this. It's not gonna flow like exponential, but it's over time it's gonna look exponential. But if you look at it closely, it's like this. You're gonna hit a plateau, then you're gonna hit a growth, and this is how business happen. So when you have your first launch, expect your next upcoming 1 or 2 months to fall off or something like that, because you're building for like a second. Let's say it's not that. There are so many nuances to this I could go on and on about, but let me just complete this point. So yeah, you'd have to build courses. You'd have to make it better, right? You'd have to build the systems, and you'd have to know what works and what not. You could be hopping on calls all day long, which you might not like. So that's why I try to position it as 10 people odds and scarcity. Learned it from Pierre Curry, by the way. Didn't come up with it myself. So what you're trying to do is build systems, but you're getting paid to build systems, and over time you use it. You use it. You build like this. You use the systems. You leverage the systems that you build. You leverage the case studies that you build over time, and then you're gonna turn into a product, courses, coaching, a system, or you're gonna hire people to do it for you. And over time, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to focus on making more content and maybe running more paid ads, running more paid traffic to the whole system and funnel, and so that you get more conversions and your business at least grows exponential. Because if yes, this is your launch phase and you don't stop making money the next month, like how is that gonna make any sense, right? Like if your business is going this like this, it's like maybe a surge every 6 7 months when you build up enough traffic or so. It's not gonna work like with that way, right? You're not gonna be making consistent 50K months, because you want consistency, right? You can call yourself a 7-figure entrepreneur if you're not making 100K per month from 8 months or on end, right? If you're not making 80 to 90K for 12 months, right? Straight. No, like 1 month launches. So yeah, that is. what it is. I hope you got my point. Over time, you'd have to hire more people. You're gonna have to cut off on your margins. Right now, with like launches like this, build and release launches, you could make huge profit margins, of course. But if you want to scale it and you do it consistently, you're gonna have to hire people. I'm sorry, like you're gonna have to hire people. You're gonna have to build up the systems, automations, delegate soft stuff that you need to do, and focus more on driving more traffic. And over time, at 20, 50K consistent months, 100K consistent months, get to the 7-figure range, get to the 8-figure range, eventually 9. It's hard to get a coaching program 9, but it's not impossible. But info generally caps out at 7 to 8, 9. Generally is what I'm putting emphasis on the word. All in all, that was the case study. If you had any questions, you can comment. I guess you can DM me on Instagram, or if you're a coach, or if you're a person who needs help with copy or funnels in place, or if you look like you could use help with what I just talked about, you can DM me on Twitter mainly, or you could DM me on Instagram as well. If you need help with that, also this stuff. I believe I covered majority of the topic that I wanted to do. I hope I did not gatekeep much of the information except for these, which I cannot do it right now. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. And yeah, if you're a coach, you're a consultant, I don't like that word. If you're a coach or a creator who needs help with his offers, marketing, positioning, landing pages, emails, and conversion side, and maybe some content ideas, except for closing. I don't close. I'm not a closer. I'm not that great of a salesman. Okay, appointment setting is what I offer, but closer, nah. You could DM me and I'll do a free audit for you. If I think like both of us qualify, we're gonna see if both of us are fit or not. Right, both of us are a good fit. If we do hop on a call, it's gonna be completely intransactional, meaning like you don't have to come up with a credit card or something like that. We just have to see if we're both a good fit, and I'll try to brainstorm whatever I can find in your space, whatever I can find in your niche, see your competitors, audit your funnel, and brainstorm ideas, whatever I can do, right? So that you make a hell of a lot more money. And of course, I'm not gonna do it in a way that's gonna be, that you're gonna get scammed or something like that. And you want to invest in me because you want to make more money, right? If investing in me is a loss to you, it's gonna ruin you're gonna associate me as somewhat of a scammer, and I don't want a bad reputation myself, and I don't want your money if I cannot even give you the results, because there's an ego element I have attached to this stuff, because I've spent a lot of time doing this, and if I can actually get you results, I don't deserve your money, and I don't even want that, if that makes sense. Okay, enough yapping. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you on the next case study. I guess I'll see you on the next video. Like, I keep on consistently posting videos, so you can go watch them. Bye.